This video contains subject matter that may be offensive to some viewers. Discretion is advised. The content is purely the opinion of Daryl L. Gray and the OMC, Original Man Concepts brand. The ideas and statements expressed in the video should be considered mere opinions and editorial in nature. Any resemblance to individuals' real-life experiences or circumstances is purely coincidental.
What's up, family? It's your boy D Gray back again. We're going to do a cut of the week. This is my cut of the week. The week of that pagan holiday known as Christmas. I was going to do a video on that. I still may do a video on it before that day comes. I think it needs to be dealt with. But, of course, you can't talk people out of doing their pagan stuff. Paganism is worse than crack, because everybody accepts it but us. But anyway, today I'm gonna do a cut of the week. I was gonna be with one of the SICARRI members, the chief priest Alazar. I learned a lot from this guy. He's a mighty man in the word and the truth. And today we're gonna hit up on a subject that's really kind of a problem. It's our people arguing the fact that Yahawashi, who most people ignorantly call Jesus, that he's probably not black. That was another video that I watched earlier today, but I think this one is going to touch upon it in a way that it should. When our own people deny the fact that our Messiah is a black man. But Alazar, as he always does, he breaks it down so succinctly, and I think you're going to enjoy this video as much as I did. So, fair use. This is for educational purposes only. All right? So, fair use. So, here we go. Takes a minute.
What'd you say the book is called?
I named 3 books. The Hebrews of West Africa, the Africans that wrote the Bible, Lost Tribes and Promised Lands.
Right.
I had a follow-up question. As it relates to that first sign right there where it says Jesus is Negro, no Blanco. I did see the scriptures down there of Revelation, Daniel, Jeremiah, and Isaiah. And from what I've seen, it mentions how Christ's skin was like bronze and how his hair was as white as wool. Wouldn't that be considered as a simile rather than something that's literal?
Who considered it as a simile?
Something that's not literal, something that is black or as, because if it was literal, that's kind of how it's been understood throughout.
And right away, of course, I think, I kind of know what we're dealing with here. I think when you start watching it, you'll notice that these brothers got a spirit on them. We won't get too deep into that, but there's a spirit on the brothers. So, I mean, that's something else for another class. However, it's just funny how some people who believe in certain ways kind of lean toward the dominant society more so than other ones. It is what it is. But as you can see, there's probably a little spirit on them brothers. All right, let's go.
Okay, so a simile, right? So what would be the purpose of making a simile out of bronze in somebody's skin?
Because it was descriptive
It was what?
descriptive language.
Oh, no, it was, okay, so what is it describing? So let's think about people and their skin and how they look. What would be the point of likening somebody unto bronze?
To describe how powerful he was. It said his eyes like flaming fire.
Hold on. How powerful he was. Yeah. Now, power. Is bronze the most powerful of the metals? Now, if I look in the Bible when it talks about power and likens it unto a metal, what metal is it likened unto? Gold. Hold on, brother. Appreciate you. Not gold. What?
See, brothers always want to get in. They want to teach from the edges over there. And that's one thing about Jake. They wouldn't do this in a regular church, in a gathering where they would just try to take over and interrupt and input. I understand the brothers probably got some zeal enemies probably trying to feel out the brothers. But brothers, let these brothers cook, man. Don't come on the side with your side comments trying to teach from the fringes, from the edges. Let these brothers conduct church.
What metal?
I know it likened him on the bronze in Daniel.
No. I'm asking you a specific question. You're saying that the purpose of the metaphor of the metal was to indicate power. Now, hold on, brother. No.
Now the brother in the Ravens jersey is talking about taking things out of context. See, this is one of them brothers that's taken on the white supremacist dominant society idea that he's probably thinks he's smarter than Al-Azhar. See, normally what they see a bunch of brothers that are not dressed in suits, right? Giving out gospel, evangelizing. And immediately they believe, because of the way they see these brothers, that he can come and probably out-talk them, because probably in the circles he runs in, he's the smartest brother in his group, right? He's the smartest person in his group because he's probably got the vernacular. He's probably got the brogue for the dominant society. He's probably educated to some degree. He's probably the smartest person in his family. So he steps to the brothers thinking, I can out-talk you. I can out-talk you, because he's able to do that with some of his contemporaries. But he's up against Chief Priest today. So let's get back to it.
No, you're trying to frame context. No, brother, you're trying to frame context. So again, if I take a look in the Bible and I take a look at the term that's used to establish power, that's a clear metaphor for power and metal. What is the metal used to establish power? Especially, hold on, brother. Because in the book of Daniel is exactly what I'm referring to, where the scripture is. No, I'm right in Daniel, and it's not bronze. Hold on, and it's not bronze. Hold on, brother. If I could only come to a period first, then you can respond, it would be amazing. So now, in the Bible, very simply, in the book of Daniel, when we got to the Bible, in the book of Daniel, when it's talking about and emphasizing the power of something or someone, what metal is utilized?
Bronze skin. It says Daniel.
Brother, no. Let's go to Daniel. Let's what? Iron. He's got it. Because iron is substantially stronger than.
Well, that brother on the side over here, to Al-Azhar's left, up there in front, boy, he wants to get in it. He wants to get in it. He was right. Ooh, I knew it.
Bronze. So the most powerful man to ever exist, wouldn't he be likened unto the more powerful or the superior metal? Why would it be bronze? That is inferior to iron in relation to power.
It's talking about, so you're saying his eyes. It's talking about what you just said. It's talking about his eyes, flames of fire. Do you really think he was walking around with glowing red flames of fire eyes?
Do people's eyes get red?
Flames of fire.
Hold on.
Flames of fire. Glowing. You know what fire looks like, right?
It's a simile, isn't it?
Did you hear what he said? He said, you know what fire is, right? See, this is the type of brother you're dealing with that literally, I don't even think he likes black people, to be honest with you. I know brothers that speak to other brothers like this way, right? I don't even think he likes black people or girls.
Okay, exactly. So if somebody's eyes get red, right? That's what it means by flames of fire. Not literally his eyes were on fire. Right. I'm not saying it's not a simile. What we're just arguing about is what the simile is indicative of. So I'm saying the fire is talking about the whites of his eyes were red. Everybody's seen people with red eyes. Everybody's seen people with bronze skin. Everybody's seen these things.
So what about in Revelation chapter 1?
No, what about what I just said, and why isn't that being dealt with? Why isn't it being dealt with? Can anybody tell me?
You're trying to tell me that a guy who grew up in Jerusalem was black, when historically and from a geographic standpoint he would have looked like the people of that nation.
Okay. See. This is a person who's never, more than likely, I'm not saying he hasn't, because he may have. That's probably the reason why he's standing there. That has never, ever confronted or been in a conversation with a Hebrew Israelite. And if he has, then he's just being smug. He's just thinking he's smarter. But this whole idea that those people over there in antiquity looks like those people that are over there now has no negative knowledge on secular history. All the invasions, all of the captivities, all of the combat and battles and wars that have gone on in that region. That region was conquered by so many different people groups. So the descendants, and as a matter of fact, the people that are over there occupying the Holy Lands now weren't even there as of 50, 60, 70 years ago. Those people were planted there. So this is a person who either doesn't know secular history or does know it and doesn't care. Or the worst of it is he is caping for the dominant society to be a certain hue. And we know what political ramifications that brings. It's not a good look. Literally.
Exactly. So let me, hold on, brother, I got it. Thank you. So now, he would have looked like the people of that nation. And that's what we're saying.
So you're saying the people of that nation back then were black?
Why wouldn't they be?
That just doesn't make sense.
Okay, so the earliest historian said they look like a boxwood tree. A boxwood tree is a dark brown.
I'm not saying they're not dark brown.
Okay.
I'm saying that, like, I'm not saying they're brown. There's people out there darker than me who are
out where?
African.
Hold on, out where?
India, Africa, a lot of different countries.
Hold on. Well, that's not what.
Yeah, we're not talking about India and Africa. We're talking about the Holy Lands, what you might call the Middle East.
We're talking about.
Yeah, it is.
We're talking about Jerusalem. We're not talking about anything else.
Jerusalem, there are people darker than me too.
Okay, so what are we talking about?
There are darker people darker than you in Europe. There are people darker than you in Idaho, in Utah. Doesn't make them indigenous to the place. Doesn't make them indigenous to the place. But in this case, the indigenous people of antiquity were dark-skinned brothers and sisters throughout that whole area.
Talking about them being African. That's
Hold on. No, who said anything about African? Hold on. First off, I didn't say anything about African. Number one, the term African means what? Where does it come from?
We're talking about.
No, brother. What does the term African mean? Where does it come?
Don't change the subject.
No, you just said African. I'm asking you to qualify the term you just introduced into the conversation. I didn't say nothing about African. You just introduced it into the conversation. Now I'm asking you to define African. What is the etymological origin of the word African? Where does the term come from? Go. Then why did you introduce it into the conversation?
You're saying Jesus was black. He was not Negro.
No, hold on. But you just said African. Now you just said African. So I'm asking you to qualify the term that you just introduced into the conversation. Go ahead.
He came from the tribe of Judah. It says Judah, African American. So he descended from the tribe of Judah.
Yes. Okay. So hold on. Yes. What's the point of this? What's the point of this? So hold on. Slow down. What's the point of saying Judah then African American? Because these are the names that were put on the tribe of Judah. We're not affirming the Africanness of the tribe of Judah. You said you guys are saying Jesus is African. No, but who said African? I'm asking you very simply to qualify the term African and what it comes from.
Let's use logic. It says Jesus came from. You said.
See, I could never hold a conversation with this dude. Never. Let's qualify what? Listen and learn. That's what you do. Understand understand the stance that Israelites take and why we get there. If you come there thinking you know something, I would suggest you just sit there and listen and then rebut. But he's trying to do this in such a way because he thinks he can dazzle them with whatever little intellect he's got. Whatever that is. He's wearing a Ravens jersey. I don't like him off rip.
It says Jesus descended from the tribe of Judah.
Yeah.
Judah right there, African American.
Yes, because that's what the tribe of Judah was called, not that they are. The whole point of us putting these terms and putting these terms above them is to correct the terms put on the people, not to affirm that these are the accurate descriptions of the people.
That's what I'm saying.
So I didn't say he was African. You introduced African. So I'm asking you. I just explained.
He's not paying attention.
Explained and quantified exactly why it says what it says. So again, what does African mean?
Let's use words.
Brother, what does African mean?
You're trying to go to a different
what? No, I'm not. I'm on the exact same point. What does African mean? What does African mean? What if Jesus was alive right now? That's what he would be called.
And there's no document. I just looked at the book you talked about. It's bullcrap, and there's no document.
So Nani Blanchi Dakwa, a PhD scholar, is bullcrap? Who is Nani Blanchi Boss? Hold on. Nani Blanchi Dakwa, is he a PhD scholar? Yes or no?
Yes, he's bullcrap though.
So now, the stance should be because he thinks the guy is bullcrap, then it's just bullcrap. He speaks like a person from the dominant society. That's where he's got this personality from, and his mother. See, he's not the smartest guy in his house anymore, because he probably got kicked out for being a weirdo, you know. But he's standing in front of the prophets. He's not smarter than they are about this topic, but he's just like the dominant society. He thinks he is. He thinks he is. Because somebody's patted him on his back a few times and told him he was smart. So now he's just going through all of these, conniptions trying to say, well, your source material is crap. Prove it's crap. There's peer reviews that say this PhD guy that Halazar brought up is not. Who peer reviewed you? Probably some Edomite.
Are you a PhD scholar? So how can you just now do a quick Google in the last 3 minutes we've been having a conversation and totally disqualify somebody scholastically? You're not qualified. I don't give a damn what Bar Herman says about it. Then walk up the street. What you doing here? You're the one. Okay, prove I'm lying. Prove I'm lying. I done gave you 3 documents. And all you did was say, hey, the white man said this, so that's got to be true. I don't know what you just Googled. And it doesn't matter. So tell me that. So tell me when there's literally racial demographics, when we have literally ethnic disparities in the world, how does it not matter?
It doesn't matter under Christ. Galatians 3:28. We're all one under Christ.
Okay. So listen. What does it have to do with what we're saying?
But see, the whole point is, he's caping for a group of people. What this is all about, what this whole little demonstration is about, is he's caping for a group that really doesn't help him salvitically. That's what he's doing. Anytime you see a Jake doing what this guy's doing, it's because he's caping for a group of people. He has a vested interest in that group of people. So for him to go and say that he's not African, he's heard somebody from the dominant society say that Christ couldn't have been African. And in the ancient historical documents, it was called Africa. It only did not stay African, or the geography only changed when they did the Suez Canal, when they built the Suez Canal back in the 18-somethings. Right? That's when it changed. They changed it from the upper part of Africa to the Middle East. It was a political move to separate Africa from Upper Africa that includes all the Holy Lands. That's a quick 20-minute, 30-minute Google to figure that out, if he's going to use his Google as a scholastic instrument, right? So for him to sit there and say they couldn't be African is something he's deriving from the dominant society, who's patting him on his black ass every time he opens his mouth, because he speaks just like them. He's caping for a European Jesus because that's who he actually worships. When they do these things, when brothers and sisters do these things, they say these things, they're doing this because that's who they worship. I keep saying this, I have white people in my family. I have white people that I love. I don't worship them though. They can't drive doctrine for me. They can't drive doctrine for me. But this guy will allow himself to be drawn into a fight that's so antithetical to self-preservation. It's so weird to watch. It's so weird to watch. And I still believe they got a spirit on them. And I think you know what I'm talking about.
This tribe bullcrap doesn't matter. So what if I'm from the tribe of Judah?
Hold on, what are you talking about, so what?
It doesn't matter.
Okay, hold on. If it didn't matter, then Jesus Christ couldn't be Jesus Christ if it didn't matter. If he wasn't from the tribe of Judah, if he didn't come from that lineage, then there would be no path to salvation. So for you to tell me that it doesn't matter, if it didn't matter, give me the book of Romans 12. Give me the book of Romans 12. Give me the book of Romans 3.
Romans chapter 3, verse 1.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
What advantage then has the Jew?
What did Paul say?
What advantage then has the Jew?
Is there advantage in being a Jew? Read on.
Of what profit is there circumcision?
Read on.
Much every way.
He said,
Every way.
so if it doesn't matter, then why did he say it's profitable in every way to be a Jew?
No, it's not.
No. Romans 12
No.
now.
Ha,
Romans 12
no.
now. Go ahead.
Chapter 12, verse 2.
No.
Be not conformed to this world, but be ye
No, Salakia when he said I am 2 about 11. Romans 11, Salakia. And 1.
Exactly. Romans chapter 11, verse 1.
Read on.
It says, I say then, has God cast away his people? God forbid.
Read on.
For I also am an Israelite
Read on.
of the seed of Abraham,
Read on.
of the tribe of Benjamin.
So if Paul truly believed it didn't matter, why would he say that? Let's go to Romans 9. Let's go to Romans 9.
Romans chapter 9, verse 3.
Read on.
For I could wish that myself were accursed from Christ.
Read on.
For my break.
Read on.
My kinsmen,
Read on.
according to the flesh.
Read
According
on.
to the flesh,
Who are
Israelites,
Read on.
who are the adoption,
Say what?
for whom pertains the adoption. Come on, man.
Read on. So the adoption, the glory, and the covenants he's affirming belong to the Israelites according to the flesh, but he's telling me it doesn't matter.
Man. Listen. That was a quick one, boy. That was a shoot. Whew. That's crazy, brother. There's nothing you can say about that. That was a quick slice up of a brother who really has his priorities biblically in the wrong place. I've made several videos over the past few weeks about the mishandling of scripture and how we've allowed the dominant society to do that to us. I implore my family, I implore the brothers and sisters out here in the truth to hone in on that. Hone in on the fact that these discussions that we're having with these people who are carrying these white supremacist doctrines, we need to really get into this place where we don't even entertain it. Why are we even entertaining it? I understand the reasoning behind it because they're leading a lot of us brothers and sisters away from the actual truth. But we need to stop giving them platforms. Most importantly, we got to stop them spreading dogma amongst our people. These brothers like this, these two, which I believe I think they have a whole other fight that they're dealing with, right? And, I hope the Most High will bless them into repentance. But the point is, these are the most dangerous ones because somebody could be on the fence and they come from another direction and just knock them off the fence with this whole idea that Jesus didn't look like you. Everybody that's around them, the dominant society, is somehow deity. Christ can't be anything but from Germany, They don't do secular history the right way. They don't study the right way to understand that the people groups of that time were dark-skinned. And the reason why they're light skinned now is because of all the invasions. You even had the Christians when they expelled all the Moors out of Europe. You know, I mean, you really gotta dig in. And these guys are they're the problem. They're dangerous, and so we need to hone in on not allowing a lot of these dominant society people to have platforms. Why are we? I don't want to debate them. I don't care about them. It ain't for them. I don't care. It's confusion. Those brothers are confused. They're confused. And for them to even plant their feet in the ground to say, well, they weren't Negroes. He said it just like that. They weren't Negroes. What? I don't know. I don't even know what to say anymore. Stop giving these people of dominant society the book. Stop listening to their Christian psychobabble. Stop listening to their unspiritual doctrines. They should not be teaching us spiritual matters. They should not be dealing with us in Bible matters. And the first time you stand up to a brother, you get a brother like this, I would shut him down. I don't even want to talk to you. Go sashay your ass down the street, right? Go take your zesty ass down the street, down there with them damn Seventh-day Adventists or something. We ain't got time to talk to you, bro. When you get that spirit off of you, then you come back, right? And stand up straight. Look, I just want everybody to stay prayed up, studied up, you know, keep these laws, statutes, and commandments and do these things, you know, to honor the Most High God, because that's what we're commanded to do. And so I say all these things in the honor and glory of Yahweh, and we do so in the name of Bahashem HaMashiach, Yahawashi.